This is Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Brought to you by Leading Lights, LLC. Hello and welcome back everyone to Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. I'm Cecil Kenny.
And I'm Raphael Babchuk. Today, we'll break down the international matches played by the Revs players this week, and then look ahead to the June 14th match versus FC Cincinnati.
Big thank you to Leading Lights, LLC for sponsoring this episode. More on them later. For now, let's dive into those international matches. Starting with Donovan Parisian. He was with the Armenian U21 national team. I was surprised when I saw this one. I did not know he was Armenian.
I was about to say I didn't know he was under 21.
What?
I didn't know you. I thought he was an older guy.
He was drafted this year. I would have expected maybe 22, but Armenian U21s. It didn't look like he played in either friendly against Cyprus for their U21 team.
Yep.
But hey, it's a national team call-up nonetheless. Good for him. Good to see our young guy
100%.
getting trained with that with the Armenian U21s. Moving on to Ignatius Ganago. He's with Cameroon's national team, their senior national team. He did not make the bench versus Uganda in their 3-0 win. I find it kind of interesting because he was with them.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a photo after the game of him and Alan Oyerwath, who we'll talk about after this, of them together. But he didn't play. He wasn't on the bench. And I thought that was weird. Any ideas?
Maybe he's just not as as the manager doesn't rate him as much as he would other players. I think maybe in terms of skill level for the Cameroonian national team, it might not be. He might not be as strong as other players. I would still think he would make the bench, as he is not. He's a great. No, I wouldn't say great.
He got called up.
Yeah, he got called up. So for him not to play, I think is a weird decision. Let's just say.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not an injury. Because that wouldn't be good. Hopefully he can make the bench or play next match. I know they have another one.
Yep.
So hopefully he's not injured. Cameroon's national team is also a very strong national team. Let's start there. Very strong national team. Him getting that call up nonetheless is pretty impressive. Moving on to Alan Oyerwath.
He was on.
He's part of Revs 2. We signed him earlier. He's 18 years old. Very good player. He
100%.
played for us in the Open Cup. He looks good. He was wearing number 8. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, nothing.
He was wearing number 8 for
No,
Uganda's.
it was just a weird,
No, I don't. He was wearing number 8 for Uganda's national team. He was with their senior national team, and they lost 3-0 against Cameroon. But hey, he started.
Yeah, that was about to say that. He started.
Yeah. He started that match.
Obviously, he wasn't on the same team as Ganago, but Ganago did not start. He did start. So maybe
Ganago didn't even play.
Yeah, so maybe that says something. I don't know.
It's pretty impressive.
Maybe Alan
I know Uganda
is the new player.
Yeah, Uganda isn't notably the most strong national team.
Yeah, I don't even know any other players, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Do you?
I could probably think of one if I try.
All right. Try.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Okay.
If it comes to me, I'll get it later.
Alan Oyerwath.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty impressive for him to be. It was his, I think, 3rd ever match. And so pretty impressive to see him playing for his national team again.
Yeah.
First time as a Rev, called up to his national team, and I think they have one more match, this window. Leonardo Campana. He was with Ecuador senior national team. He was a late call-up.
Yeah, because they're probably wondering about his injury if he would.
And so he gets called up. And it was like a few days before, so it was a later call-up after the squad has already been announced, I believe. So it was like weird. It's like, what's this about? He gets called up, and he's with the Ecuador's senior national team. He didn't make the bench against Brazil, and then the Ecuador Federation put out a statement about him and Plata, I believe, about how they're returning to their clubs to continue treatment about their injury. They diagnosed him with a grade 1A muscle injury. We know he had I believe, hamstring injury prior to this.
Yeah.
But hopefully he had that hamstring injury early on in the year. He had this hamstring injury now.
Again.
Hopefully it's the same injury and not a different injury, because that wouldn't be good.
I would hate it for me different. It should be the same injury. That means there's a problem.
Yeah, it's interesting though how he still got called up when it was known about his injury.
Yeah.
And he still got called up, and then he got sent back. Like, 2
I don't
days
know what
later.
Ecuador's doing, man.
I don't know. It was weird. And Ecuador's not like no slouch of a national team. They
No,
got
they got
players like
Stupinian, Casado, like a bunch of
Kendry Paez, I believe.
Valencia, Eder Valencia. Like they have great players.
They got a really good team, and so I was surprised that they called him up even when they knew about his injury, or you'd think they knew about his injury.
Right.
So interesting little thing there. Moving on to Peyton Miller, the Revs star boy at fullback. He was with the US U20s. I couldn't find any info with when they played Egypt's U20s. I know he was there because I was on Snapchat and I follow Peyton Miller on Snapchat, and I saw
Peyton Miller follows you back.
No, I saw him in Cairo, Egypt, with Gozo from from RSL, and I can't remember who the other player was, but
yeah, he's in Egypt. That's the big part.
Yeah,
he played.
He was in Egypt.
Probably.
I don't think he started because I think we know the lineup, but I don't think he started. Odds are high that he was on the bench. Moving on, we're going to talk about Liam Butts now. Liam Butts was with the Guyana national senior national team, and this is his second time being called up. He did not play the first time he got called up. He's also normally with Revs too, just like with Alan Oyerwath from earlier.
We just recently spoke about.
And also Parisian is also with Revs too a bunch.
Yeah.
Anyways, he started on the bench and came on late and played 16 minutes in a win-loss to Nicaragua. And so I'd say that's really impressive. It's his first ever national team game. He's cap-tied now because I believe that's World Cup qualifying.
Yep.
And I've seen what he's been able to do. He seems like a very good player. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a shot with the senior Revs team soon. It's going to be cool to see his progression and hopefully continue his success with the Guyana national team.
Yep.
And our final player is J.D. Gunn, Panama senior national team goalkeeper. He's played one match before them previously. I don't...
Sorry, I just yawned.
I can tell.
Yeah. We're recording this pretty late at night. It's not late at all. It's actually like midday.
It's like 1 p.m.
Yeah, all right.
Anyways, he was on the bench in their 2-0 win against Belize. So we had two goalkeepers called up, two strikers, attacking... Actually, stop yawning. It's weird.
Sorry.
We had two goalkeepers.
Oh, yep.
Three strikers, because Ganago, Campana, and Butts. And then one attacking mid in Alan Oyerwath, and then one defender in Peyton Miller. Anyways,
all right.
I know. I was saying who got called up.
All right, so if we're talking about the best players who were called up in this international break, who's the best player out of all these players?
Best player overall, or best player who played for the national?
For the national team, who had their best performance?
Easily, Alan Oyerwath.
Yeah, I agree.
He started. For Uganda against Cameroon.
I was actually going to say Leo Campana.
Yeah, good second.
Yeah, good.
I'd say.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, but yeah, Alan Oyerwath had a great.
Alan Oyerwath, and then I think Liam Butts got second because he played.
Yeah, he played too.
Just not a lot of people played. Yeah. Getting a national team call up though, no slouch. Yeah. But hey, you should be playing. Get better.
100%. Where's Cappy?
Cappy should be an American.
Like honestly, why is Pedri even playing?
Speaking. Did you say Petro?
Pedri.
Oh, you said Pedri. I heard Petro.
Hey.
Speaking of
Petro. All right.
Speaking of Petrovic, he started and got the number 1 shirt for Serbia in their clash against fierce rivals Albania. Not just for on the pitch, but also off the pitch politics. In that match, it ended in a 0-0 draw, and Đorđe Petrovic got man of the match. He saved a penalty.
Ooh.
I think it was right before.
Sign him back.
I think it was right before halftime.
Cooking. That's good. That's good for Petrovic, who's out cooking.
Yeah, he was out on loan this year against
Chelsea signed him for no reason and just don't play him, so that's nice.
Yeah, hopefully he gets a move away.
To the Revolution. Even though Ivic has been a great...
he seems like he should be a Premier League keeper.
No, I agree. He is a great goalie.
He played really well in France this year.
Yeah.
Looks like Matt Turner might also be linked to Lyon because Lucas Perry, the Lyon starting keeper, also is linked to the Premier League. So we could see Petrovic in the Prem again, but not with Chelsea. We could see him back on loan.
I could see him at Brentford. No, Brentford just signed Kelleher.
I really like Gallagher.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like Mamardashvili.
Really?
I wanted Gallagher to start for us.
Mamardashvili, I thought was a good shot.
Personally,
Kelleher is great. He won a lot of trophies for us, but I think Mamardashvili is a good step ahead. Kelleher always wanted to be first team.
But Kelleher's Irish, and I'm Irish. Bias. Thank you. Anyways, but yeah, there's not too much to talk about this. You got anything else to add?
Yes. Obviously I wasn't here last episode. I wasn't here to talk about the Eli Feingold masterclass. Just want to props to Eli Feingold for being the best player in the New England Revolution.
Oh yeah. I just kind of cut off. I just got cut off about like the Turner stuff. But Turner might be going to League On, and then Petro might be staying.
So
in League
I actually
On.
just want to. No, I was cutting you off again. Sorry.
Petro might stay in League On, or he might go back to the Prem. So we can see both former Revs keepers on the move, and Ivicic is obviously going to sign for Arsenal.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Do you see Florian Wirtz?
Oh yeah.
Do you think this is good? Do you think this is going to be like an? Do you think this is going to be done? Fabrizio Romano said that he goes coming soon. So do you think this is a good signing for 134 mil?
I know I'm a Liverpool fan, but like this is the Revs podcast.
I know I am a Liverpool fan too, but there's not that much to talk about. Good signing because it's going to break the Premier League transfer record. We got to talk about that.
Well, that's going to send us to our sponsor, Leading Lights LLC. Unlock the power of your platform data with Leading Lights, experts in transforming raw numbers into compelling benchmarks. Leading Lights helps a variety of companies turn insights into engaging stories that drive growth. Elevate your brand with data-driven content that captivates your audience and sets you apart from the competition with Leading Lights. Visit their website at leadinglights.io to see how you can transform your platform data. Hello and welcome back everyone to Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. I'm Cecil Kenny.
And I'm Raphael Babchuk.
Let's jump right into this FC Cincinnati match look ahead. They are currently 9-3-5. They are good enough. That's good enough for second in the East, fourth overall in MLS. Early on, they participated in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, so that means they did not do the Open Cup, and I do think they are in Leagues Cup, but that hasn't happened yet. Early on, they beat Montgoya. Cool, we'll call it that. 5-2 in aggregate. When MLS started, they won against RBNY before dropping 4-1 to first place Philly. Then they exited the CONCACAF Champions Cup, 4-2 on aggregate to Tigres. In the middle of that aggregate matchup, they beat Toronto FC 2-0 before not winning either of their next two against Charlotte and Atlanta. 7 wins in 8 matches came next, propelling them up the table with only a 1-0 loss, keeping points away during that time period. A recent drop in form has occurred, though, meaning that they've only picked up 2 points the last 4 matches. Last time FC Cincinnati played the Revs, FC Cincinnati won 2-1. Campana was injured during that time, and it was the last match that the Revs used the 4-2-3-1. It looks like Campana's also going to be injured for this match again. So, it's not too good. Last time we played them, I think I was playing goalkeeper for my brother's team. Either way, hopefully we can, using this new formation, we can keep that undefeated streak going, and maybe we can even get a win.
Want to stop getting draws.
Yeah, we need to stop getting draws.
Even though we did win last week.
We did win last week. That was pretty
But that was because of the red card.
Yeah. Giacomo, bro.
Giacomo, like, of all people. My goat, Giacomo.
All right. Either way, we have some players to watch. I have 2 players. You can steal one of them if you'd like.
No, I brought my own.
All right. Well, just like last time, Pavel Buka. Oh my God! I don't know why I love this player so much. His name is just phenomenal. It's amazing. I don't know. It's super fun to say. 1 goal, 2 assists from center mid.
Oh, you said Buka last time.
I did say Buka last time.
I said Yedlin last time.
You did say Yedlin. He didn't do anything.
He did not.
And then I also really like Lucas Engel, defender. They brought him in on loan. Been really good.
Solid player.
2 very solid players.
Yeah.
And I feel like both their names are really fun to say.
Yeah.
Lucas Engel and Pavel Buka. Like, oh my God. Like, that's just super good.
Wow. Was my name not fun to say? Raphael Babchuk. It's pretty fun to say.
Doesn't have that ring to it,
Like Kevin Denke, which is my player to bring. Kevin Denke, I mean, look at the stats this season. This guy is just on a roll. 10 goals in 16 matches. I mean, this guy is absolutely insane. I think we already said he's on the Togo national team. He's a Togo national. He's come from Nimes, which is in France. Nimes, and then he was in Cercle Bruges till he was brought in this year for Cincinnati, and he has 12 goals and 1 assist on the year, but in the MLS he just has 10 goals, which is honestly great stats for him. What a great player. He's their top scorer, their top striker that we have to make sure that we capitalize and make sure he does not have a great game, because if he does, we will 100% be taken advantage of.
There's also
another player.
Yes,
I'm going to bring is someone who did not play last time, Evander, who did not play in the last time we played Cincinnati in that 1-0 loss. He is Brazilian national. I'm pretty sure. Did he play for the Brazilian national? He played for the Brazilian U17 team. He was on Portland before he was brought in for this season. I mean, he's just been great. 7 goals, 5 assists on the year. We obviously got lucky that he didn't play last time, even though we still lost. He will probably play this Saturday, unless some injury comes up, which means we have to. This is a team that I don't know if we can beat. They're very strong in certain areas, and even in goal. I mean, they have I'll bring up someone else. They have Roman Celentano.
Love that dude.
Who is 24 years old. I mean, this guy is just a great goalie. I mean, he has 5 clean sheets in 17 matches. Those are good stats. I mean, their defense is all in all great. It's a tough team to beat. I just want to say that. Very tough team.
Yeah, like what's weird is that they've had that the weird form type of thing. They had a slow start to the year, and then they slowly they 7 wins in 8 matches. Really good pickup in form mid-year.
Yeah. I mean, they just lost to DC United.
Yeah, so very good.
That's not good at all. That game, what an interesting game.
Gabriel Priani got man of the match for that. What did I say?
DC United scored in the 2nd minute. Danke scored in the 15th minute, and then Antley scored in the 19th minute, and that ended in 2-1. You just fell.
I just tripped while trying to celebrate Gabriel Priani getting man of the match.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, Cincinnati's a tough team to beat. And
yeah, very tough team to beat, especially in front of goal with all their goals scored. Valenzuela, though. Let's just talk about that name. Gerardo Valenzuela.
What is it with these names that they sign?
Yeah, I think it's just the name.
I think I'm getting signed next, is what you're saying.
I don't know about that. Continuing on.
All right. We're going to go into our match prediction. Oh, damn, that was a bad voice crack.
Continuing on. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
I'm getting better though. What are we thinking? I think we're going for a 2-0 loss. I think we're going for I want to say Danke scores both goals.
Yikes.
Yeah. I think he scores both goals, one of the 63rd, one of the 17th, I want to say.
Okay. Well, if we get the scoreline right, we don't have to predict the other team's scores correctly for donuts. We just have to get our scores correctly. I don't think we're going to lose.
Really?
I think because of this new formation and the way we've been playing and Tanner Beeson, I think we come out of there with a 1-1 draw. I know we don't want to draw.
We haven't lost with Tanner Beeson yet. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
but I think that's ending. I mean, their team is just so good.
They've got a really good team, but I think we see. Hopefully we see the return of Brian Ceballos.
Yes. Definitely want to see him back.
And not the return of
Jackson
Rudy.
Newell.
I don't want to see Rudy or Jackson Newell.
Definitely. Jackson Newell should never play another game for the New England Revolution.
I believe that Jackson Newell is a great guy. He's just making way too much money and not doing anything.
Exactly. Why do you believe he's a great guy?
I don't know. He's a nice dude. And San Jose's.
Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah. He's probably a nice dude.
He's probably a really nice dude.
Yeah. We just don't like him.
We just don't like him.
It's kind of unfair, but not my fault.
You win some, you lose some. Yeah. And he lost that battle in my heart.
Wow.
With that 1-1 draw, I think I agree with you with Kevin Danke scoring.
Danke.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
I was watching a broadcast one of the games, and he scored, and the announcer was like, Danke!
But yeah, and then the Revs goal scorer, Eli Feingold.
You think Eli Feingold's going to score?
Yes.
Really? Again?
Yeah. I know we'll be
Mr. Goat.
I think we'll be missing some players to international duty, but we got Cappy to Feingold, goal.
Nice.
And so that's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Moving on to our segment on the Revs Loan Watch every other week. Jack Peniot, who unfortunately hasn't played since May 10th, and that's when he came off in the 35th minute due to an injury. hopefully he gets better soon.
Yep.
Really want to see him back in action. It's been almost a month since he's played. Actually, it's by the time this comes out, it's about to be a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully he can get back in action soon. Hopefully it's not that serious. But then we've got Thiago Suarez playing for the Birmingham Legion, also in the USL Championship. He has started both games since he was last mentioned. He recorded a 7.2 FOTMOB rating in a 2-1 win in the USL Cup, Jägermeister or something like that Cup, against FC Tulsa, and then a 6.8 in a 1-0 loss to Indy 11.
What a name that is.
Indy 11. I saw them play last year when I went to the RAFC match.
RAFC, for those of you who don't know, obviously Rhode Island FC.
I think all these people know. If you don't know, you should really go check out a game. They have their own stadium and everything.
Yeah, it's real cool. They have their own stadium, but the Revs don't. So, hopefully, why don't they just move it into where we live in Paris?
Yeah. When I saw Indy 11
in Framingham, that would be so cool.
That would be cool. When I saw Indy 11 play, I was really surprised because their goalkeeper is really tall, 6'7".
Okay, all right.
6'7", Hunter Schultz. On loan from Portland. This is his second year on loan.
Is he? Where's he from? United States.
Yes.
23 years old.
Basketball.
Where's this 98? Basketball. He should play basketball. Honestly, I'm so tall. I should probably play basketball too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How tall are you just for the camera?
Like 5'5". No, like 7'6", basically.
6'7".
No, 7.
Moving on though. It's a shorter episode today because
short episodes, not too much to talk about.
We only had the loan watch. We didn't have too much. Speaking of next week though, because of International Donut Day this past week and how the Revs just don't have a match, and with someone's special day coming up, not yours or mine, you'll get to hear that next week. We will have a professional donut tester on the podcast to test the donuts that we bring in.
Yep.
Regardless of if we get our predictions right or not, and we will rake
in the donuts.
We will rate the donuts, 1 through 5, and then or 1 through 6. I'll get a half dozen. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
All right, sounds good. I'm excited for next episode.
I'm also excited for next episode. I'm pretty sure our professional donut tester is also very excited.
Yeah, I agree.
With that being said, please follow us on X at anypodcasting.net. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. If you are on Spotify, make sure you're following. If you have any comments or questions, make sure to comment or DM us. Thank you, Leading Lights LLC, again for sponsoring this episode. And next episode should come out Monday. If you haven't already, please check out our last episode about with me and MLS Ellie. I posted 2 episodes. It was one about the Montreal game and then one about around MLS. Please go check that out. Go show him some love as well. And with that,
this was Foxboro's Fortress.